All right, see the clock on the bottom right of your screen? That's how much time's left for the Senate to strike a deal to avert a government shutdown. Down to the wire, less than 7 hours. The House passed a short-term extension yesterday, but Senate Democrats are insisting the legislation include protections for young, undocumented immigrants. This afternoon, President Trump invited Minority Leader Schumer to the White House to negotiate an agreement. No deal, but a little progress.
We had a long and detailed meeting. We discussed all of the major outstanding issues. We made some progress, but we still have a good number of disagreements. The discussions will continue. Thank you.
As usual in Washington, plenty of blame going around on both sides.
I wish for all of our sakes that the Democratic leader would figure out what he actually wants.
The best that the Republican leader in the Senate can offer us is another Band-Aid, another 4 weeks of temporary funding, a wasteful gesture, a wasteful exercise, and he knows it.
So what they're simply trying to do is hold all of government hostage, our troops, kids' health insurance, for a completely unrelated issue. And I think it's shameful.
Democrats have consistently been ready and willing to sit down at the negotiating table and reach an agreement with our Republican colleagues. But we will not be blackmailed.
All right, so the Republicans, Jesse, I'll go to you first. Very disciplined on their message, said we passed a clean CR. There's nothing in there that you don't agree with. Why not just go ahead and do that, and we'll keep talking to you about the other stuff.
I'm just bored by the whole thing. I think this country's run by imbeciles. We're $20 trillion in debt. We do this every single year. We spend more and more money on this government, and it does less. The only thing that works in this government is the IRS.
It'd be great if the government did less.
And the military. I know. And sometimes you shut it down and then nothing happens, and you think, oh, do we really need it? But the Democrats think they have leverage here because the polls are obviously going to turn against the Republicans. But it looks like, to me, they're putting dreamers over the military. The military is not going to get paid. Firefighters aren't going to get paid. Postmen aren't going to get paid. But I don't think Congress should be paid because this is ridiculous. The American people are going to wake up on Saturday if they shut this down and say, OK, so how does this affect me? Every year we get involved with this silly drama. These politicians pull us into their silly drama, and everybody with the countdown clock. It's ridiculous. I'm sick of it.
You're going to be great for ratings today.
If this happened in a normal company, and, you know, they had the quarterly deadline, it would never happen in the private sector. It only happens with these guys.
Juan, right before I came down, I saw there are Republicans saying that every Democrat senator who's running for re-election in a red state, and there are many of them, that they should have ads run against them this weekend that says, you are choosing illegal immigrants over 800,000 children who would be funded with children's health insurance program. Effective?
No, there's just so easy to counterattack because obviously you could have passed the CHIP program, the Children's Health Insurance Plan. At any point, the Republicans didn't do it. And so now you have a situation where you have Republican in the White House, Republican House, Republican Senate. They have not been able to reach a deal. They can't pass a budget. So we come back to then the argument about the Dreamers. And you hear, and Jesse just reacted to this. He said, oh, it's about the military or it's about something else. Guess what? It's all about President Trump causing chaos, and people don't know how to deal with it. People don't know exactly, well, even Republicans don't know exactly what it is that Donald Trump is willing to sign here. They thought they had a deal.
I just want to sign the budget, Juan.
Well, if that's the case, then Republicans have the majority.
Why are you filibustering in the Senate?
Nobody's filibustering.
Sure you are.
No, they're not. You need
sure
60 votes
to pass. Yeah, you need 60 votes, Juan.
That's right. That's not a filibuster, Jesse.
Juan,
60 votes.
Why
and
don't
they can't
Democrats
get to 60 votes. Let me just say.
It's everything they voted for in the House.
No, please.
The chip is in the bill.
Not the Dreamers. We've been.
Yeah, not the Dreamers.
That's not a spending issue. That's not a spending issue.
Dreamers have nothing to do with the budget.
But let me just say, overwhelmingly, Americans support. I think it's close to 80% of Americans support the Dreamers. Donald Trump, the president,
that should be in the budget.
This isn't the deadline.
When he opened the negotiations, Greg, he said he was willing to make a deal.
That's not part of the. It's not part of the spending thing. And you keep saying, oh, they have the House and they have the Senate. We know you need 60 votes, so let's kill that argument.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I will say this: if you want to know who to blame, when the Democrats are in power, when this happens, it's the Republicans. And when the Republicans are in power, it's the Republicans. So if you notice a trend here, it's the Republicans' fault. But I will say this about the Republicans. The Interior Department at least said you don't need staffing if there's going to be a shutdown. You could still have the open-air memorials, and you could have the national parks open. In case of a shutdown, you don't need staffing. So unlike Obama, they didn't, use barricades to score emotional political points, which makes me think maybe Republicans are better people.
Kimberly, earlier today, Secretary Mattis over at the Defense Department did the National Defense Review, basically, and it was very stark. And then this is what he had to say about the shutdown.
Thanks. Yeah.
It's got a huge morale impact. I'll just tell you, how long can you keep good people around when something like this happens? It is always a question that's got to hover in the back of my mind. I would just tell you that we do a lot of intelligence operations around the world, and they cost money. Those obviously would stop.
KG.
Yeah. Look, the last thing you want to do, I mean, honestly, as Jesse mentioned, a couple things. I'm not going to cheer for the IRS, let me tell you. However, the military I cheer for, and when you see a situation like this and you hear someone speak about it like General Mattis, it's like the last thing you want to do is jeopardize our national security and affect the morale there. It's like the one thing we've been getting consistently perfect attendance and like an A on is our United States, military. And it just seems like it's just such political gamesmanship. And you know what? The American people can see through it, and it's frustrating. Because they should put through the spending bill. There's no need to go through these kind of machinations whatsoever, but nevertheless, they persist.
Yeah, and our enemies, Greg, this is what Mattis was talking about earlier, China, Russia in particular, are fully funded. Right. They can plan well ahead. They have everything that they need, and we are superior, but we've got to stay on top of things. Yeah,
and I mean, it goes back to the initial point that the Democrats are willing to shut down a government over a political cause. Mm-hmm. They will stop funding things that are important to citizens of the United States over a political cause. They're willing actually to throw over one group of minorities for another group of minorities if it serves them politically. I have to say there's a little bit of progress here, and that is calling it the Schumer shutdown. It's a smart move because alliteration trumps everything. If you remember, the left tried to, we're calling Donald Trump Donald Drumpf with D-R. Yeah. Didn't work.
Nope.
Yeah, because abstract cleverness never beats alliteration.
The Democrats had better hashtags in the tax reform debate than the Republicans. But yes, Schumer shutdown was good. But then I was going to ask you, Jesse, Senator Schumer was invited by President Trump up to the White House. Neither of them have revealed what was said in the meeting. The only thing Schumer said is that there was progress. What do you think they talked about?
They might have cooked up something where Trump comes in and saves the day, or Schumer comes in and saves the day. We'll see what happens. But Schumer and Pelosi, they are doing right now the exact thing they accused Republicans of doing in 2013, which was being arsonists and hostage takers and shutting down the government for something totally unrelated to the budget.
Well, a lot of Republicans say that ultimately in the long run that the shutdown helped them. So, Juan, do you think that the Democrats are thinking that this is a possibility for them, too?
Well, I think that people are looking right now, Dana, and saying, why does the government, this is at the top of what Jesse was saying, why does the government always get in a situation? Even Mark Short, the legislative director for the White House, said, this is a dysfunctional Congress. And he's talking about that. So people are saying, well, you mean Republicans and Democrats? Well, obviously.
No, it would be great if we could get back to regular budgeting for everyone. It would be
but I just can't take what you guys are saying. Oh, yeah, why is this being brought in? Remember, this whole issue of DACA, so popular with the American people, was forced by Donald Trump. He created this crisis when he shut it down and said, I want a deal. And we're going to set a March deadline.
Because it was going to be found unconstitutional by the courts.
Nobody had
saved it before it got knocked down.
It's not March.
Everybody knew it was illegal.
Let's not do the spin. Let's just look at the facts.
That's the truth.
The facts are that this deal has been expended. There were 2 continuing resolutions done in December on the premise that we'll make a deal in January.
This is what the president said. Juan.
The president
They're trying to attach this cliffhanger to the budget.
You keep spinning. Just a second.
That's the truth. It's not spin.
So here's what happened. So then the president has the bipartisan deal. This is Monday a week ago. And everybody comes together and says, here, we think we've got it. Come back, Mr. President. They come back to him with a deal, a bipartisan deal, Republicans and Democrats.
Wrong.
And that's when he uses
now
the
you're
S-hole
spinning. There
comment.
is no text of a bill about Dreamers to vote on. There's nothing to vote on.
They came
there
together
is
with
no
a
bill.
deal. At that
they
point,
can't vote on something that's not
because
written.
when they came back to the White House, when they came back to the president, that's when he
So
made
you want
that
to shut the
offensive
government
comment.
down. Juan wants to shut it down.
Oh, yeah.
We shouldn't call it the Schumer shutdown. We should call it the Juan shutdown.
No, we should say that
Not alliterative.
Your way of dealing with things is to shout and scream. You're very much like Trump.
I'll whisper it to you.
Trump
It's the Schumer shutdown.
Trump is the one that Republicans can't even trust. He's the one who says, "Oh yeah, don't put Chip in the deal. Don't do that. We want to clean." And then all of a sudden he changes them back again.
That doesn't matter.
In the deal.
Doesn't matter.
It's in.
Republican senators are on the record as saying, we don't have any reliable leadership or direction coming from this White House.
All right, you want to know a little point of history?
Yeah.
Yes,
My
please.
first day on the job on Capitol Hill as a press secretary was the first day of the first government shutdown in 1995. Always disliked
you're
the
not-
shutdown.
We should have
Hope
a
you're
clock.
not calling it right now.
Talking about my shutdown woes.
We should have another clock. See this clock right here? For the next shutdown. Like, just move ahead. Just have it.
It's
It's
gonna happen.
It's going to
Like
happen.
3
This
months.
clock. Stupid clock.
Yeah, or actually, it could be even next week if they get this CR done. All right, U.S. history made today.